So, how do y'all feel about the Andrew Tate situation? Like everything that's going on right now.
Who's gonna go first?
Is low key bad. Like the whole Daz apology video. Tate got canceled. His brother's still on all his platforms, which is cool. Because Tristan was a cool dude to
his
begin with.
Cool. I love him.
Yeah, so he got banned on everything. And now what's crazy, it was actually shocking. The world realizes they need Tate. Everybody keep talking about, oh, we need Andrew, showing all the good Andrew clips. Literally, if you go on your For You page, how many bad Andrew clips do you see now?
None.
I see more than I did usual.
Really?
No, I just keep seeing his apology, or not the apology, but I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Yeah. I still haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I got him saved. I can send it to you later.
All right.
But yeah. So, how y'all feel about it?
Who wants to go first?
So, deal.
I'll go first. So, from what I've been seeing, from when he posted that the final message video, I don't think it's really his final message. I feel like it's his final message to people that think like, oh, he's gone, he's off TikTok, he's off Instagram, he's off every social media that he could possibly be on. Because I think that he's never going to be gone. The people that do support him are going to be saying, we want Andrew back, blah, 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 blah. We want him to come back because world's gone to shit or whatever. They can think what they want. But, it's a tough situation. I don't think he should have got banned off Instagram, and TikTok is removing like accounts that like support him. So I don't think that should have happened because they didn't investigate what he actually did with that girl. They didn't ask him. And also in his apology video, they don't investigate all those people that send him death threats and all that stuff. They don't investigate that. They just want to investigate what most people think are the problem, and they think it's him, but it's really deeper than that. It's not just him. It's a tough situation, but I mean, I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know it was going to happen this fast, and I didn't know it was going to happen like that. So, but yeah, it sucks, but I feel like in a couple weeks he'll get his accounts back and stuff like that, because they can't keep him banned forever, even though we found out like that the girl was into it. She had a kink for that kind of stuff. So, I mean, so they can't really keep his account banned for that reason. They have to have a deeper reason than that. And if they do, then okay. But if they don't, then there's no reason for him to be banned. So that's all I gotta say.
I didn't think it was fair. He gave him like one opportunity. Like normally it takes a little bit for people to get canceled and stuff, but it was just like one thing, and nobody decided to check. There wasn't any like kind of controversy in the moment. There wasn't anybody like, is this like real? Is it not? Now I was just like, yep, it's real. Chick ain't into it. He beating people up.
No, you're good. You're good. No, but I get what you're saying. It's like what I said is like they should have investigated what he did. But
yeah, it's fair.
It's unfair, but they always want to show the bad side of Tate. They never want to show the good side of Tate when he's like saying women should be queens, they should be treated like goddesses, and then they want to call him a sexist, misogynistic. They only want to show the bad clips, like saying the one clip that everyone hates is when he said he would pick a male pilot over a female pilot.
Hey, and speaking of which, yeah, go ahead. I'll add on to that point in a minute. Go ahead.
So all right. So in that situation, if they both have the same experience, the same flight experience, I would go with a man just because what he said was women aren't as good in like stressful situations, like life or death. I could agree with him, but if a woman has more experience on like flying and like safely knowing how to fly a plane if it's not going to crash, then I would go with the woman. But if they have the same amount of experience, then I would go with the man, because I hate to say it, but in stressful situations, a man would be more confident, more trustworthy. So yeah, go ahead, Chris.
All right, so yeah, you're right. So men have always instinctually had better stress tolerance. Except nowadays, because of the lack of masculinity within our world, every man, something bad happened. Oh, I want to start crying online, start making TikTok videos of me bawling my eyes out. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You are a worthless loser, respectfully. Don't be posting that online for attention. Like, do you see yourself? Anyway, all right. I kind of sidetracked, but no. So in the Daz video, right? That was one of the clips that Daz showed, and like, he in that entire video, taking clips out of context, splicing them, or I guess cutting them up so it makes them look worse than it actually is. So when you actually watch that video, there is a hypocritical moment in that video. Mm-hmm. And I remember Brandon was there on a call with me. He was there. Like, we was in the Xbox party, and I was like, yo, what the right? So Daz, he showed the clip of Andrew saying he won a male pilot. And then Daz goes, well, I've seen, he's like, he's saying woman can't fly, woman can't do all this. Daz is saying that, oh, well, when I went to an air show once, those were some of the best female pilots I ever seen, some of the best pilots ever. Cool. Nobody's taking that away from you. That's what you saw. That's your life experience. 30 seconds later, oh, we can't be judging everyone based off our life experiences. That's how opinions are formed. And besides, that's hypocritical, because in the previous 30 seconds, he's trying to disprove what Tate said by using a personal life experience. Not even the fact that those two situations are different. If your plane's crashing and you go to an air show, two completely different things. One is a stressful life or death situation. The other is for entertainment. It's that simple.
Yeah, I think that guys in the video,
both a life and death situation.
Yeah. Now with the Daz video, it just seemed like he just took the videos obviously out of context to just mainly form his opinion and just his view on.
It was only his opinion. It was only his feelings of what he thought of Andrew Tate.
Yeah, it was
no facts or anything of Andrew Tate being bad.
Yeah, he didn't use.
He could at least put some things in there. He
didn't use it against.
Out of everyone to make a video about Andrew Tate, Daz was the least person I think of. Literally, he's a dude that sits on his desk every day and just plays video games.
Thanks. Fair.
And it's crazy because he admits that too. Like, he's a self-proclaimed fat gamer.
Yep.
Bruh.
Hey, can I this is a little not really off topic, but all I want to say is that, have y'all seen the TikToks where like guys are like, oh, me telling a girl I hate Andrew Tate just so I could chill with her. Y'all seen those TikToks?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, like, so if I like post on my story, say it was like a clip of Andrew Tate, and I say this shit is so blah, 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 he's so crazy, he's like, I don't support him at all. If I did that, I bet you girls would swipe up and say, oh my gosh, I agree with you 110%. See, and now guys are using this to an advantage. They could not know shit about what he talks about, what he supports, and like what he like actually discusses on his podcast and with other people on their podcasts and stuff. And now these guys our age are using it to their advantage. And they don't like, I bet if they I don't know. It's just weird to me that like guys that like are mid, like me and Brandon and like Chris and Thad, like guys, they'll literally just say Andrew Tate's such a weirdo. He's so misogynistic, sexist. And then girls would be like, oh my God, I agree with you. And then now all the ugly dudes are doing it, and they're like actually pulling because they're the women, but they're only doing it for that. They don't care about Andrew Tate. They don't care if he, whatever the fuck he does. They're just using him just to get with the women or talk to them at least, because I don't know how they're going to get with them if they're.
But you still also have men that don't agree with him because they're lazy. They don't want to do any of the hard man work. They want to do. They just want to have an easy life. They don't want to be man all that shit. You know?
Yeah. And speaking of which, that's kind of how it was for me. Like when I first saw Andrew, I was like, oh, what is this dude doing? Oh, I feel targeted, disrespected. Then I actually sat down for a minute. I was like, oh shoot. I was like, he's kind of describing my life. And another thing, right? So Tate, his entire thing is worked around consistency, discipline, and hard work, right? 3 things. That's what his entire thing is about. Everything else is just his life experiences, how he runs his life. And speaking of which, I'm just saying this once, like real quick. Hate him or love Andrew Tate, it don't matter. His mindset obviously is effective. He's rich. He's very successful. He's smart, intelligent. So you can hate him, but he's him. He's him.
He's a world kickboxer too. So I mean, all these people can talk and say, "Oh my God, if I ever saw him in person, blah 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 blah." Bro, what you gonna do? Like,
they only say that online. They don't say that in real life.
They'll go on TikTok and post a video, say, "Oh my God, Andrew Tate, I wish he was, man, I wish he was dead. Wish he was like blah blah blah." Like him getting all these.
You wish you could beat him up, but you wouldn't get your lazy ass off the couch.
Exactly. And then all you do is talk over the phone. You wouldn't like actually have a. And then the people that say that, they're the people that wouldn't get into a Zoom call and have like a conversation with him or a debate or like just a normal conversation, because that's what Tate likes to do. He likes to have a normal conversation with people and not like just like be like, my point of view is always right, yours is always going to be wrong. He doesn't do that. He goes onto a podcast or he'll go into like a Zoom call and he'll give his opinion and he'll listen to theirs. But sometimes they don't want to listen to his. They just want to let theirs go, like blah, 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 blah. And then Andrew Tate will try to talk and they'll be like, see, this is shit I'm talking about. He didn't say that when you were saying that.
XQC.
XQ.
Yep.
Hey.
Well, Andrew Tate's the man that he knows when to not talk.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
a
have your parents ever? Yeah, so have your parents ever said this to you? Don't listen to respond, but respond and then, or I guess listen then respond, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
I might have to reword that because it was terribly worded the first time. So I'm gonna say it again.
It's listen and then respond.
Right. So you're listening. If someone's listening to respond, that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Because that means you're just hearing what you want to hear, take that out and respond. Half the time, this is how it goes in most conversations in the world. This period, like, especially since COVID happened, right? That's how it always is. People say what they want to say. They don't actually listen to what you're saying. But Andrew is not like that. He grew up in a different time. So we actually did have to pay attention to conversation because, phones, computers, all this stuff didn't exist. So he had to go out and actually speak to people, meet people, make connections. He had to communicate properly. And a lot of people can't do that nowadays.
Yep. Yeah. The thing I think Andrew Tate is trying to explain is, like, we have become like too dependent on our phones and stuff. And we think that like the phone is a crutch, and like we're sad, we Google like, oh, it can be okay and stuff. When like back in his day, you had to deal with it. You had to grow up and deal with it. And too many people are just sitting there on the phones.
Just like depression.
Yeah, exactly. Focused on that. They're not trying to better themselves. And back then though, you had to better yourself, or else you couldn't live because you weren't working, you weren't doing all this, that, and the other. So it's true. We gotta get out there. We gotta stop being attached to these phones and work on ourselves, and not trying to have some influencer, some TikToker tell us it's okay that we're depressed. And
you just need to suck it up and be a man, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Man.
And we need to talk about depression in a second. But back to the whole thing you were talking about, where we had to better ourselves back in the day when all this technology stuff didn't exist. Tate talks about that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
How you have to do the things you don't feel like doing. That's discipline. You do what you have to do, not what you want to do, right? Yeah, I think that's important because a lot of nowadays, everyone does what they want to do. OnlyFans, Twitters, and they just sit at home doing nothing.
Yep.
Doing TikTok dances in their house, not actually going out and experiencing the real world. So wow.
Yo, what was I gonna say? So Chris, when Andrew Tate first started to get popular, this was like maybe a month ago, a little less than a month ago. Like he started getting really big.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I first started like actually watching him, because at first I was just like, oh, it's another dude blowing up on TikTok, so I just really don't care. But then I started a podcast, and then I just got hooked because he would speak facts, but sometimes I feel like he would do it in a joking manner. So I was like, oh, it's a funny guy speaking facts. So I mean, oh, shit, let me watch him. He's funny. And then I got interested in kickboxing career because I feel like if you are around him, that's the type of person you would want to be around, and like you would want to have a conversation like we are right now. You want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation. That's what he would do. But then all these people don't really like him. And they're like, oh my gosh, he needs to get canceled. And then when Daz reported that or showed clips of that video, all of these girls are like, not just girls, some guys. If you're watching this, I'm saying girls and guys. I'm saying most people. There are two genders. I'm not going to say they them, so you better chill out. Girls and guys, they will like what Daz did and be like, oh my god, he's such a W mans, whatever the
Common
God.
W.
Common W, common
W.
W, common Daz W. Like you're gonna
Daz is so smart.
exactly, like you're gonna say that, but like what Daz did was he showed the stuff that he would pop off on. He got popped. No one, I didn't even know who the fuck that fat was until he did that.
literally, bro.
And listen, if this podcast, what we're doing right now, blows up, I don't know how, but if it does, and Daz, you're watching this, you're a fat. You showed clips. You showed clips of a video that you had no meaning to it. Like you didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, if you're gonna show that clip, at least show the rest of it in the afterwards of the clip.
Thank you.
Of the woman literally saying, "It's okay."
Exactly.
I like that.
We need to get to a different topic before I get heated, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll hop off the Daz topic in a second, but I just wanted to talk about freaking the comment section. Have you seen the comment section of that video?
Yes,
No.
yes, I have.
I haven't.
All the girls. Oh man, Daz is such a nice guy. We need more men like Daz in the world. Oh, Daz is so smart. He's so good.
But they
If you saw that dude walking down the street and he came up to you,
Yep.
trying to flirt with you, you would not bat an eye. I have a boyfriend. I'm not interested. You walk right past them.
You say you like people like Daz until they actually come up and talk to you.
Yep.
Yeah, really,
So if
really
you
quickly in the
Put Andrew Tate and Daz in a room, you're gonna choose Andrew Tate hands down.
Yep.
Not saying every woman in the world would, but a good handful would.
Wait,
I mean, look. Oh yeah.
wait. Sorry, I just want to say this, and okay. So you know how it's mainly younger people that I'm saying people, not just girls. Younger people don't like Andrew Tate.
Mhm.
So I talked to my mom about him, and I showed her some clips, and she said, "Oh, I get what he's trying to do. He's just trying to bring it back like the old days." And I was like, "Yeah, something like that." And she was like, "Yeah, I agree with what he's doing. Yeah." And I'm like, "See, but I haven't seen any like older people, except for that old with the purple hair.
We started on that Joker, bro.
Yeah. Except him. I feel like older people, I know it's just my mom, but I don't know if y'all's parents would agree with it. But my mom agreed with what he is trying to spread. Like masculinity is coming to an end because like you know what's been going on in the world today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say,
my mom doesn't really like him. My dad he agrees. So the thing is, they both feel as though he's like extremely extreme, right? So we got the left side, which is, all this trans, everything extreme going on in the world, the agenda that they're trying to push onto everyone, right? And then we got Andrew Tate's side, the complete opposite of these. Naturally, these are two colliding forces. They're going to keep meeting. They're going to keep butting heads forever. It's always going to be that way. But the only reason that someone like Andrew Tate appeared like this is because there's already an extreme side, and it was only one side of the story. I was watching a TikTok the other day, someone saying, the only way we're going to find the right answer on everything is by meeting in the middle. You can't just have one extreme side, and you can't always have,
There needs to be balance.
Well, it's one of the Einstein's equations, right? What I don't know the exact equation, so don't quote me on this. But whatever there's something, there's always an opposite, right?
Yeah.
And that's how it is. Two colliding forces. If you put them together, they create balance. Positive, negative, cancel each other out.
Yeah, so like Democrats and Republicans, see, they always want to be against each other. They have very completely different point of views. But if you put them together, this country would be a whole different country. It would actually be the United States of America. It wouldn't be this divided shit we have now. We're topic, but
No, I mean, not off topic, man. We're just here to talk. So we chilling.
All right. Really quick though, I want to bring back up a point with the Daz thing. I hate that fab, but didn't he say in his video that he got like personal proof, like he got sent proof or whatever? Or
yeah, from a girl. Yep.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
Yeah, I didn't even see the entire video. Did he give any Did he show any proof that actually happened?
No, because the girls were concerned for their safety.
Yeah,
no, they not. How'd you meet them? How'd you contact them? Concerned for their safety. Bull crap.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why would they choose you of all people? Of all any other TikToks that they could start?
As he said, he's a safe place.
Yeah, a safe place. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Nah, but he had proof. All the in his video, he puts it out there. He has no legitimate proof. He's acting off what he feels like. And then at the end of the video, last 5 minutes, I swear, I put on everything. This is the girls. This is for you. If this video left somebody with an impact saying, I want to be like Daz, then this video did his job. He literally said those. He literally said that. End of the video, last 5 minutes. Yeah. What is this? And people are agreeing with him? So obviously his goal wasn't to enlighten the modern society on why Andrew Tate's wrong. He is trying to prove why he is right. And that is a completely different wrong thing. You're not supposed to do that. That's not how it goes. Anyway, so we don't have that much time left, but we can honestly just hop on another call if y'all want to. Because, I mean, it just felt like this conversation was actually starting to get, like, really good. But we need to talk about depression, too. Yeah, I wanted to say we need to talk about that. So what are your thoughts on that?
Y'all want me to go first?
Yeah, I want you to talk about,
unless you want to, Dad.
First.
I want y'all to think about how it's like represented in the modern world.
Oh, I already opinion. I've had this opinion for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go first.
Me? Okay. So I feel like everyone in this call, or probably everyone on the planet Earth, has gone through a stage of depression at least once in their life, because like it's just something that happens. You may not know what it is. Like you may just think like, oh my God, I'm so stressed out. I'm feeling down all the time. You may not think it's depression, but it could be, because like depression is a real thing. It happens, but like you can't let it overcome your entire life. You can't let it like bring you down to the point you actually feel like killing yourself. Killing yourself is not an option. You do not have to do that. There are therapists. You can talk to your friends. Like when I was going through depression, I was talking to Chris. I was talking to Brandon. I was talking to my best friend Eli. And they helped me out of it because they were there for me. You have people there for you. You may not think there are, but you do. There are always going to be people there for you. So
and even if there's not people there for you, you got to be there for yourself.
Yes. You have to think of the future. You have to think, I have been put here on this earth for a reason. I'm here for a reason. I want to make my mark on the earth before I actually pass away at an old age. You can't just think, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed out. I'm so done. I need to end it all. That is not, you can't do that. Because if you think like that, who knows? Maybe you'll go through with it, but no one wants that to happen.
Yeah.
You have people that love you. You have people that want to see you cherish in life. You have family. And if you don't have a lot of people in your life, you always have yourself. Just think, I'm my own me. You're yourself. You have to think of yourself sometimes. That's all I gotta say. That if you want to go.
Yeah. So like my opinion on depression is obviously is a horrible thing. You needed it, like you said, go talk to people. But I feel like we have a problem with secluding ourselves from the real world with phones and stuff nowadays, bringing that back up. We definitely seclude ourselves, and instead of dealing with our problems anymore, we kind of just use the phone, just try to escape as much as possible. But the thing is, those things aren't going to leave. You have to deal with them sooner or later, and you have to talk to people, and you have to get out there, and you have to confront them in the eyes. You got to deal with them, or else they'll just linger and they'll stay with you the entire time. You just can't have that. It just weighs on you, and then it keeps building and building and building. And then we have problems now where it gets really bad. And it becomes so common because everybody goes to the phone. They just want to escape. They didn't have that back in the day. You had to confront it. You had no choice. Now, obviously, again, it does happen, and it still happened back then too. But also, they had each other though. They could have came to each other, and a lot of the problems that did happen is because they didn't go to other people. But we have that. And all you got to do is simply talk. And that's why you see it so much. Yes, there's going to be chronic depression that you can't necessarily get rid of. And some people, but there's still help for that. You can't just escape. You got to face the problem head on. That's all I really got to say about that.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Thad. You can't just sit there on your butt all day, cry about it. You at least got to do something about it. And suicide, it's not the best option, but I personally think it's selfish, suicide. I think it's very selfish.
It's a cowardly.
People, yeah, it is a coward way out.
Like, what are your parents gonna think?
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna think like failed my
child. Throwing your life away like that. It's like you got people every day that wish they had their lives ahead of them, but they die early from like a sickness. But not talking to people about your feelings isn't for everyone. So just do whatever is comfortable for you, I guess. I don't really know much about it.
First, it took me weeks to like warm up to it.
Yeah, like I've gone through depression. I just guess waited it out. I don't know. I didn't really do much about it though.
Yeah.
But that's all I got.
Yeah, even if you can't go to people though, instead of just hiding away, confront it yourself. You can still do that too. But you can use yourself. Better yourself. If you want to kind of run away from it, mainly focus on yourself. And then you'll end up tackling it eventually. Better yourself. Work out. Start thinking. Read some more. Read up on these things. Educate yourself. So
take a mental break.
You can actually get rid of it.
Yeah.
If you had been down.
Yeah, I just want to add on to what y'all was saying, right? So, I think, yeah, like you were saying, Sebastian, everyone went through a stage of depression. Dad, Brandon, you're saying you got to confront it. You have to go through it. You can't just sit around and let it overtake you. You can't do that. And for me, there was a long period of time when I was depressed, and I remember it. And I subconsciously, this is what I did. I slowly started to rebuild my life to be better than it was before, right? So I started communicating with people more. I started doing things that I liked. I found passion. I found purpose. I found all these things that helped me lift me out of depression. So when Andrew Tate says depression is a motivator, right? Like he's saying, yeah, it's like an instinct in the human thing. Like he's right. It's supposed to motivate you to fix your life. And it's true. And I subconsciously did it. I didn't realize what happened because I was like, oh, shoot, I don't feel depressed anymore. I feel pretty happy. And I didn't realize what it was until Andrew Tate actually put it into words for me. And I realized, yeah, that's exactly what I did unintentionally. You know what I mean? But yeah, therapists and stuff, those do help out with depression. A lot of people say, oh, well, if depression wasn't real, it's not so easy to get out of it. It's not supposed to be easy, man. And therapists, that is a way to help you with depression. It's a way to outlet your emotions. It's an emotional outlet. And that subconsciously letting out what you have to say, what you feel, that is a way to lift you out of it. So yes, getting out of depression is simple. It is. Find what makes you happy. Pursue that. But it's never going to be easy. And I saw this Instagram quote the other day, right? And Instagram quotes are usually stupid, and they usually have nothing of actual value to say, right? But no, I saw this one. It actually made me rethink because I was staying up late at night on my computer when I shouldn't have. But yeah, so obviously I was in the fields, especially, and yeah, I saw this quote. It said, "You've got what it takes, but it's gonna take everything you got." And I was like, it kind of hit. It hit, especially at 3 a.m. in the morning. I mean, obviously it will, but yeah. So yeah, depression is a real thing, but there's
It's-
always a way out.
It's something to be
also-
ashamed of, to be depressed. It's a natural human emotion. Sadness
Yep.
it's natural.
All right. Yeah. All right. We're gonna have to continue this on another thing because we got less than a minute left, so I'm gonna end this right now. But
Yep.